This is Solo P1. I hope the sound is all right. Let's make sure it's all in. Yeah, we're talking. This is Solo P1. This is crazy. Game 20 of it is what it is, isn't it? Liverpool versus, Forest versus Liverpool. Big up to everybody who's with us today in the chat. It's just going to be a chat stream today. We're just going to talk about what happened yesterday, really. Well, I'll drink my cold tea. Let me just put some music on because it's just too quiet. It's always quiet. There we go. Got a bit of music. Now, listen. Everybody's uptight. I get it. Liverpool drop points again. They drop points. I get it. I know what people are thinking. I know what people are thinking. They're thinking we're going to drop off. It's all over. We're going to lose the league. Arsenal's going to win the league. I know what people are thinking. And I get it. Because I was kind of thinking the same yesterday. But Arsenal winning the league. If anyone's going to win the league, if anyone's going to catch it, it'll probably be Man City. It'll probably be Man City. But yeah, look, at the end of the day, we're on top of the table. We are on top of the table. And we've just got to start settling down. I'm going to go into this with Total Hammer, which I'm going to bring in a minute. I'm going to go into this with Total Hammer. But look, at the end of the day, we're on top of the table. I was worried about this game. Seriously. I was worried about this game. I thought, you know what, maybe we're gonna fall off. This is what I was thinking, that we're gonna fall off. And that deep down I was probably thinking that we're gonna lose. I was actually thinking that because of our last games that we've had. We've been looking kind of shaky. And going to Nottingham Forest. People don't realise how good Nottingham Forest is. See, when Liverpool got beat by Nottingham Forest at the first game, it was at Anfield, everybody thought, how can you get beat by Nottingham Forest? Everybody used to cuss us up. And the social justice warriors on the internet like this, going on X, saying, oh yeah, we're going to, Liverpool are finished. How can they get beat by Nottingham Forest? Fingers are fraud. Slots are fraud. We're not going to get nowhere. We got beat by Nottingham Forest. Now look where Nottingham Forest are now. They are second in the league. Second. So it wasn't that bad after all, was it? It wasn't really a surprise that they beat us, because Nottingham Forest are a very hard team to break down. That's what people don't realise. People say, oh yeah, how can you lose against Nottingham Forest? Well, Nottingham Forest beat us at Anfield and we drawed against them at their own gaff. So there you go. But we move. The reason why I didn't do my video last night is because I know if I would have done my video, it would have been all emotional. I wouldn't have said what I really wanted to say. And I would have ended up saying something stupid. And it wouldn't have made sense. I just said, you know what? I'm going to give it 24 hours. I'm going to hit up my bro, Total Hammer. And then I'm going to say, you know what? Let's just relax. Let's see what happens tomorrow. We'll do our video tomorrow when we've got a more clear view of the situation. And this is why I'm doing it now. This is exactly why I'm doing it now. So I think at the end of the day, we all should chill. We should all relax here and to see what happens going in the future. We've got a couple of games coming up that what are winnable, in my opinion. Liverpool's games. But we'll see what happens, man. But at the end of the day, we should all relax and see what happens in these next 3 games. Because all these next 3 games, I don't care what people are saying that Bournemouth and all them, yeah, are Brentford a harder way. I don't give a shit. Yeah? I don't care. We should be winning these games. No excuses. We should be winning these games. And if we come out of the next 3 games or next 4 games with all wins, I'm good with that. And all this stress that we talked about with Nottingham Forest and, we're finished and all that, we're on the decline. It's not going to be nothing because we're still on top of the table. We're still on top of the table, bros. We're still on top of the table, and we've got a game in hand as well. And Spurs can do us a favour if they beat Arsenal tonight. I'm not sure if they're going to, but if they did beat Arsenal, it's happy days. So I think at the moment now, I think we should all calm down. Just be, and I'm not saying don't be cautious. I'm not saying don't be cautious because that would be just stupid if we're not cautious. I'm not saying don't be cautious, but I think we should all relax and see what go on in the future. You get me? I think we should just all relax. So I'm gonna bring in my co-accused, my partner in crime, Toto. Toto, big up.
Yeah, big up, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you take the fort for me. I gotta go and check something because something's going off.
Yeah. But yeah, welcome everyone, man. Make sure you hit that like button. You know, it's the final for the show. Forest versus Liverpool. But yeah, man. Happy to be on the channel again and again. Pleasure being here. But yeah, man, you know, glad I got my chance to rest my thoughts and you know, being careful about my thoughts about this game. No, I didn't want to go on the video and just start spouting nonsense. And now, you know, as the days gone by, it's more calculated. It's where you can think about the game more and talk about it better and more formative. Of course, you don't want to go into too much detail because that just defeats the whole point of football. But you know, it makes you have a chance to talk about things properly in a more calm way. Because I think the game yesterday, you know, there's a mix of thoughts that we had a bad game. We should have won that game. It was a good game. To me, I think we should have won that game. We dominated in possession. We dominated in attacks. And we just played better overall. Maybe first 20 minutes of the first half, yeah, Nottingham Forest was just killing us. But overall, first half and second half, I thought we played well. We played better than Forest. And of course, you know, we should have won that game. Again, it was good. It was good keeping from the Nottingham Forest keeper. It was good. It was good. He was a good keeper, and he kept all our goals away. So, you know, it is what it is in football. You know, I always say it's a weird game. Anything goes. You know, so and I'm glad that I had a day to rest on it, and then now have a more you know, different approach to it because last night I was in mixture of thoughts, man. You know, I was like, oh yeah, we should have won that game. Oh, we'll take the draw. We should have won that, right? Oh, look, I'll take the draw, but again, it's more points last, and it's more, you know, points have to catch up in the future. Of course, we have a game in hand. You know, I'll take it. We're top of the league still, right? But we've got to think of the long term. We've got to think of the long term, and yeah, that's basically what we've got to do.
Yeah. Yeah, whack it on thingy as well in WhatsApp group.
Yeah.
Internet's playing up, I reckon, where I am. But anyway, we've got a few people watching us. Yeah. So basically, we're going to be talking about the game. Then we might go straight into the player ratings first, and we'll do the player ratings, and after that we can discuss more of it. But look, at the end of the day, yeah, at the end of the day, we're still top of the table, and we're just gonna keep our chins up, man. There's no point of flapping about it. There's no point of getting upset about it. We're just gonna move on and see what go on after that, because I still think we're in a good position. And yeah, I think we're still in a good position, and I still think I think the next games that are coming up, we should be winning them games. I don't care about the away records. Don't care. Don't care about people say, oh, they got what is it, Brentford, Bournemouth, whatever, yeah. Brighton, oh, they got good home records. I don't give a crap about the home records. We should be winning them games. Very simple. If we can't win them games, yeah, we're not going to win the league. We're not supposed to win the league. We're Liverpool FC. We should be winning them games. I knew Nottingham Forest was going to be a hard game. I knew it. I knew from day one it was going to be a hard game. Everybody is saying, like, I remember at the beginning of the season when the beat was at Anfield, we thought that was a blip, innit? Everybody thought it was a blip. Forward, 3 months later, look where Nottingham Forest are. Second in the table. So that blip, that result that Nottingham Forest got against us at Anfield, it doesn't seem so shocking now, does it? It doesn't seem so shocking now. Because Forest are a good team. Very good defensively. They got a very good striker. They got good wing-backs. Left and right wing-backs, absolutely outstanding. And their keeper, blood. That keeper, that was probably his best game he's ever had. I reckon it was. Because that guy was on fire. That guy weren't letting in nothing. We got the one goal with Jota, but after that, we ain't getting nothing else. But we're going to go through it. We're going to go through all our players. We're going to talk about Diaz, back to default settings. Luis Diaz, that I always used to talk about last season, that he was a waste man. And now look, back to default settings. Back to default settings. Banana foot. Banana foot. Why does this guy have to hold on to the ball for so long? Why? Why can't he just pass the ball straight away? Why does he have to think that he's on FC 25 where he gets the ball and he starts shimmying like that? Little shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. Why can't he just pass the ball? I just don't get it. I don't get it. Please someone explain to me.
He's changed.
Explain, Toto.
He
ain't changed. He's still the same.
I know he was still the same, but look, you got to admit, yeah, he was good the first half of the season.
No, first 4 games. Let's get that right.
No. His first 4 games was good, but I think that other games he was putting in good performances. But now you can see that when it comes to the crucial games and big games,
he bottles it. 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 You remember last season? You remember last season against Man United? Bottled it when Salah threw balled him them 2 perfect goals. Them assists. Well, there would have been assists if he would have scored. Salah put him on the plate, perfect on the plate for him. All you got to do is smack it in the top corner. What does he do? Sky him. Bottler. He bottles it. It's all right doing it at the beginning of the season. It's all right doing it at the beginning of the season. Yeah. Oh, yeah, well, there's no pressure on you. But when the pressure's down, when we need to win games, what does he do? That's what he does every single time. Every single time. It's all right doing that at the beginning. Oh, lucha. Yeah, but what about the semi-final? What about the semi-finals in cups? What about last night when we needed to win? Well, we needed to win. And that pass, if it was just through ball to Gakpo, Wagwan, again, Salah as well. Let's get on to Salah. Mohamed Salah. King Salah. Big up to Salah. Yeah, up till December. Wagwan. Why does he always have to have the drop-off from now to March? Every single season, the drop-off from January to March. By the way, there's no AFCON anymore. So what's the excuse now? No AFCON. No African Cup of Nations. So what's the excuse now? Huh? I'm listening. I don't. What's the excuse? What is it with him with January, March that he always has that drop off? Why? I just do not understand. It's one of the wonders of the world. The 7 wonders of the world, the 8th wonder of the world. You know what the 8th wonder of the world is? Why does Mohamed Salah for Liverpool FC drop off from January to March? That's the 8th wonder of the world. You get me? The 8th wonder of the world. What is going on?
Yeah, I don't know. End of the day, right? I think when our star player, like Salah's our star player, right? He's the one that gets his goals after goals. You know, he can miss, but he always sometimes gets an impact on play, like even an assist or a goal. But the thing is, he's not even doing that anymore. You know, he's fell down so much. You know, people say, like, yeah, the Salah curse, yeah. But, you know, after Christmas, he was still scoring and assisting. He was still doing well. You know, everyone's saying the Salah curse, he still scored on that game. And now all of a sudden, after that game, he hasn't been the same. He has not been the same since that game. You know, he's been skying balls, decision-making has not been good enough. You know, ever since, you know, after Christmas, it's not been good enough decision making. It's similar to like last season as well.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Like every season. It's every season. So, when our star players not performing, what we rely on, let's face it, we rely on Salah most of the time. Let's face it. And I rely on Salah most of the time. I'm sure the players rely on Salah most of the time. When your star player is not turning up and not putting performances, it's going to diminish your team. It's a big, massive influence on the team, and that's how I view it. If you got your big player like Salah not performing well, that could diminish your whole front four, our attack, which we need to score the goals, and we're not scoring the goals. We're not clinical enough in front of goals. Let's face it.
Nah, we're not.
Yeah, we have to get Jota on to score. We couldn't do the job. We couldn't do the job. Imagine if Jota won the game on. Imagine that. We would have lost that game. We were so close to losing it. Yeah, and it's always said.
I know. This is what I'm trying to explain.
Before this game, how you were saying as well, defense was shaky. I was saying, don't let Chris Wood get on the end of that ball. What do we do?
Yeah.
Let Chris Wood get on the end of it, and he went and scored. One and done.
All right.
One shot, one goal.
All right. No. All right. Let's get onto this year. Let's just get onto this year. That's another thing, yeah? That's another thing. Why do we always have to go into the first half or go down? That's another thing as well. We'll always have to go into the first half with a goal down. What is it? Why? Someone please explain to me. Why does it always have to be like this where Slot has to go into the changing room, grip up the players, raise them up in the corner and say, you know what, get out there and do something. Why can't we go into the first half a goal up? No. I'm going to get onto the team now. Sabazza big up. Big up. That's all I got to say. My man went down on his sword. He weren't having it yesterday. No one was. He was trying to grab this game by the scruff of its neck, yeah, and deal with it. And he deal with it. Sabazza big up. Big up. Andy Robinson yesterday, finished. Disgrace. Andy Robinson, I'm a big advocate of Andy Robinson. Big up. Every single time. But yesterday, he was finished yesterday. Finished. Let's go into Mo Salah. Mo Salah, waste man. Since Christmas, waste man. It's just like, I don't know what it is with I don't know what it is with Mo Salah, yeah. Since Christmas, yeah. And I know I've just said this, yeah. Since Christmas, he's done nothing. Waste man. Not scoring. Waste for chances, just hitting the ball randomly. Luis Diaz again. I knew deep down. The thing about it, I gave Luis Diaz a chance as well. At the beginning of the season, when he scored 3 or 4, when he scored at the first 4 games of the season, and everyone's got Lucha's back, even though last season he had the worst season ever. Him and Nunes. Because he scored a couple of goals in the early part of the season, everybody was quick to forgive him. I just said, let's see what happens. And because I said, let's see what happens with Diaz at the beginning of the season, everybody said, oh, you got an agenda. No, I haven't got an agenda. It's a fact. I saw this before. I saw this movie before. At the beginning of the season, Diaz is scoring, yeah, Lucha. And after 6 games, what happens? What happens? He drops off, bottles it. Needed him in the semi-final last year. Bottled it. We needed him yesterday. Bottled it. He just wants to hug the ball. Another again. And another one I'm gonna mention as well. I'm gonna call it Arne Slot. I'm a big advocate of Arne Slot. Brilliant manager, tactically genius. But please tell me, why did he bring on Curtis Jones for? Why did he bring? There's 2 mistakes he made yesterday. I'm gonna say it now. There's 2 mistakes Arne Slot made yesterday. He shouldn't have brought on Curtis Jones, and he should have started Timmy Cass. There's 2 mistakes right there. And I love Arne Slot, brilliant manager. I'm glad that he's at Liverpool Football Club. But if I'm not honest, if I can't call him out, I'm not doing my job properly. And yesterday he made a mistake. He shouldn't have brought on Curtis Jones, and he should have started Timmy Cass. That's just my opinion. Yeah, you might disagree with me. The people in the chat room, 4 people in the chat room now, you might disagree with me, but that's just the way it is. They're the mistakes that Arne Slot made yesterday. Big up to Arne Slot, brilliant manager. He's got the best record in Premier League at the moment. We're at top of the table. Big up to Arne Slot every single time. But the 2 mistakes he made yesterday was very simple. He shouldn't have brought on Tsimikas. Yeah, he shouldn't have brought on Tsimikas. Yeah, and no, he shouldn't have brought on Curtis Jones, and he should have started Tsimikas instead of Robbo. There's the chat room, big up. Look at the chat room, see his finger on his look, see the chat room on there.
Yeah, I can see the chat room, Mark Corleone. We want Chiesa. Why can't Chiesa do 10 minutes? I was crying out for Chiesa for the whole game. I'll think of myself. He's in good form. He's just scored. He scored the other day. Carrying out good form, and he was a subbing man for at least half an hour towards the end because Salah weren't doing the job. It's like similar to when Klopp was there. Never take Salah off. I don't know what it is. Salah gets a right to stand for full 90 minutes, even though he's playing the worst game probably of his life.
Yeah.
You know, he's scoring chances, missing, no determination. The only time when he showed determination when, you know, we were drawing, we could actually win the game was the last 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Of the game. All game went showing no determination, just getting the ball casually, hitting it over the bar, right, and all that. And I'm thinking to myself, right, Salah's playing bad. Why not someone Chiesa? Spice things up a bit, more pace, more desire. So Chiesa wants desire. I'm sure Chiesa's hungry to get on that pitch.
Yeah.
I'm sure he is. How many minutes he's been staying on the bench for, and how many times he's been warming the bench up. I'm sure he wants to get on the pitch and get some minutes. I swear to God, yeah, if Chiesa don't play next game, I don't know what's going on, right? The guy just scored the other day. The guy just scored and showed his worth that he's a good player. And you can see his finishing ability is absolutely amazing. And we saw that when he finished that goal in the week. But enough about that, right? Slot should have put on Chiesa. Again, I don't think Slot has to take all the blame for this. I think some of the blame, yeah, because Slot can't control if Salah misses chances or player misses chances or not. That's their fault. But Slot can't just make them to not miss chances, right? So, again, I'm agreeing with what Marco Coloni said.
Yeah.
We deserve Chiesa answers because he looks fit every time he plays. I know he does. This is what I mean. You know, we always... I don't know what it is with Slot, right? He plays him for one game. He had 8 games off. And he plays him for maybe an occasional cup game for, 45 minutes last time he played. Got his goal, and now he's bench warming again. Again, I don't want to jump to conclusions. That's what he looked like. You know, why didn't we swim him on against Nottingham Forest?
Yeah. But that's how I look at the situation. I look at this situation that Diaz is back to default settings. Very simple. Back to default settings, Diaz. Missing, not passing. We know how it is. We're going to sort this chat room out because, look, I've got to go, the ratio, but I can sort that out another time because I'm on the Mac at the moment. I can't get that perfect chat, so I'm doing like Streamlabs chat room, and it's working out all right, but I can still see you. I can still see you chatting there, don't worry. But yeah, that's how I look at it. Liverpool needs to sort out their business. Yeah, Liverpool needs to sort out their business, man. He says, yeah, you can't tell me Curtis is more likely to do stuff than Chiesa. Chiesa can play everywhere along the front foot. Yeah, a standard. They shouldn't have brought on Curtis Jones, because when Curtis Jones came on, he provided nothing. I could imagine Dan's coming on and scoring winners. Standard, bro. This is what I'm talking about, yeah. This is what I'm talking about. I don't get, why. This is what I don't get, why these mans are coming on. Why Curtis Jones came on. He added nothing to the game. Absolutely nothing. And if Diaz would have played that ball to Gatbo, remember when Gatbo was through, yeah? If Diaz would have played that ball to Gatbo, we would have won that game. But now he had to ball hug it like he always does. Ball hugging it. I said at the beginning of the video, I'm not sure if you caught it, Michael Corleone. If Diaz, it's all right scoring at the beginning of the season when there's no pressure on you. When the pressure's on, that's when we need him. And now all what he's doing is what he did last season, getting good chances, getting into good positions, but not capitalise on it. not capitalising on the situation that we was in. But anyway, I said big up to Klopp, big up to Slot, man, big up to Slot every time. I like Slot, man, very good manager, but he made 2 big mistakes yesterday. And I'll say it again, and I'll repeat myself. He shouldn't have brought on Curtis Jones, and he should have started. Tsimikas. He should have started Tsimikas. He says, "I like Curtis, but he's not a great sub. He's not. He's not a game changer. He's not. I would have brought
the best.
Go on.
I think the best way utilising Jones, if there is a best way, is starting him. He's not an impact player.
Yeah.
When you want subs coming on, you want players that are going to impact the game. Like Chiesa would have impacted the game. Jalen Danns would have impacted the game. You know, there's so many players that could have impacted the game on that bench. Endo could have shored up the defence. Endo's an impact player. You know what Endo's like when he comes on. We need impact players to come off the bench and make a difference. Salah was playing bad. Why didn't you sub on Chiesa? Again, you sub on Curtis Jones. Jota was a good sub, I admit. Jota was a really, really good sub. But why Curtis Jones? Why not Harvey Elliott instead of Salah? If you don't want to bring on Chiesa? Or maybe towards the end of the game, sub off Gakpo, then put on Chiesa. And have Chiesa, Elliott, and Jota up front, and have Sobo in the 10. Because Sobo's got legs. Sobo can go on full night. I mean, I'm not worried about Sobo. But again, it's these stupid decisions, yeah, that could cost us points.
Yeah.
What was Jones offering to attack? Absolutely nothing. It was ghosting all game. He's not an impact player, and Slot needs to get this because Jones is not an impact player. Yes, he can have a good game, and I'm sure probably Slot wants him to be in form again. That's why he wants to probably get him some game time. But you had Chiesa sitting there on the bench. You had Elliott sitting there on the bench. I'm not sure how happy Elliott is now. So, you know, maybe Chiesa would have been a better option.
Yeah, no, I think if they're gonna bring on a player, instead of bring on Curtis Jones, I would have brought on Harvey Elliott. I agree with Michael Corleone, 100%. I would have brought on Harvey Elliott. Standard, not Curtis Jones. Curtis Jones is not an impact player. Just not. He's just not. Yeah, big up to Philip Bidwell, man. Big up Solo and Total every single time. Big up. Got 7 people watching the house, guys. Can you please smack that like button? We're going to get onto the player ratings now. Everybody in the chat room, I want everybody to get involved in this one. Everybody. And when I mean everyone, I mean... Everyone. Every single... I love that, you know. Let me just size up my thingy so I can bring my notes down and we can start this, yeah? To go on, Toto, do your thing. Talk to the chat. I'm going to sort this out.
You know, before getting to player ratings, obviously, because that's what we're doing. You know, big up for the people in the channel. You know, player ratings. You know, me and Solo go through the players. We literally brief over the game, how we thought they played, and then we just go to player ratings. But yeah, you know, this game we should have been a win. Again, not clinical enough. As soon as Jota came on, impacts. Jota was the only impact that came on. Let's face it, Curtis did nothing. As soon as Jota come on, he got his goals, super sub, and then a couple minutes after he was back. He was shooting. But again, it was a good keeper. The keeper was on fire for Forest today. You got to give credit to Forest.
Yeah.
Good defense, good keeper, right? And they kept him in the game. This proves that defense is probably, arguably, the most important position in football.
Said this.
That and keeper.
Said this. Been saying this for ages.
Because if Nottingham Forest didn't have a good keeper or a good defense, right, they would have lost that game by miles. The thing is, they got a good defense and a good keeper. That's what allowed them to keep them in the game, right? And you know, I'm just gutted, man. I'm gutted. I've just drop points and drop points. I don't want to be this team that, you know, oh yeah, we're all right with a draw. I'm all right with a draw. Because we sit on top of the table, right? At the end of the day, if I
Oh yeah, hold on. Hold on. Oh yeah, 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. I know what you're saying. Can you hear me now? Yeah, I can. No, it's because you know why it's doing that. It's because I've just set up a new OBS thing, yeah, and I forgot to put the sound on there. But I'm just gonna paste it now. Yeah, you can hear us now. Can you hear us, everyone, guys? Can you hear us? Yeah. Can you hear us? Can you hear us now?
Yeah. I'm giving Alisson Becker a 5. I feel that had a horrible game. Horrible game. Distributional weren't good enough. I didn't really care. I don't really care about a distribution either. I don't care about distribution. I just thought he should have done better in the first save. Should have done better with the first save. But yeah, man, you know, Alisson, ever since that injury, ever since the comeback of injury, he hasn't been looking the same. And this game, he just didn't look good. So I say 5 for Alisson.
Yeah, but I've got a stat here. I've got a stat with Alisson. Since he's come back off his injury, there's been 15 shots, and he's letting 9. Since he's come back, yeah, he's had 15 shots at him, and he's letting 9. So, are we in this kind of debate? Well, there's a conversation there that we could probably bring. We can bring back Kelleher. We can bring back Kelleher just for a couple of games, just so we get his mojo back.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, he's not really doing anything at the moment, is he? You know what you reckon? Yeah.
Yeah, you know, Kelleher was performing when Alisson off. I was thinking it was unfair. Of course, Alisson's always going to come back.
Yeah.
You know, Kelleher just backup keeper rotational. So as soon as Alisson's available, he's back down to the reserves.
Yeah, but this is Kelleher's record. He conceded 11 goals. He conceded 11 goals in 24-25 season, and 11 goals and six clean sheets in 13 appearances. So in 13 appearances, yeah, he conceded 11 goals with 6 clean sheets, 13 appearances. What you reckon? That's not bad. I thought Kelleher was all right, to be fair, you know. I know he had about 1 or 2 dodgy games, what people kind of ridiculed him for and ridiculed, but I thought he was okay. I thought Kelleher was quite good, in my opinion.
He was good.
I thought he was good, Kelleher.
He always does the job. Every time Alisson's off, he always does the job. He always does, you know, what you need him to do. And he always turns up in the cup games. You know, he won the Carabao Cup for with us. You know, he's good. He's proven himself in the big leagues. Proven himself in the Premier League. Proven himself in domestic cup leagues. He's proven himself in the Champions League. Right, we saw him in the Champions League a couple of times. So yeah, there is a debate, and I think the more you think about it, that's why we probably signed Mohamed Ashfili. Again, I still disagree with it. I still stick to my words that I agree with the signing of Mohamed Ashfili. I don't think we needed him, right? But Alisson's not looking good. Alisson is not looking good. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know between. To me, at the moment, I'll start Kelleher more, and then start Alisson in maybe more bigger games in more crucial games if you want to do it like that. But again, Alisson would be the user. I still want to start Alisson.
Can you see the chat room?
Yeah, I can see the chat room.
Ali says Marco Corleone said 4 out of 10. He was horrific. He also said Kelleher had 1 dodgy moment. Yeah, he did against Newcastle. One dodgy moment against Newcastle. But over that, I thought that's what I'm saying. I think we should bring back Kelleher just for a couple of games. I'm saying permanent. Just bring him back. And let's see if Ali gets his sharpness back. That's what I think. Well, you're all right, Toto, because you look like you're upset, bro. You're all right, good. You good?
Yeah, I'm all right. All right. But I think the thing is with Alisson, I don't think Slot will bench Alisson. That's just me.
I know he won't, but he should though.
He should, because you know Alisson's playing absolutely terrible. You know, I won't say terrible, but he hasn't got the same sharpness as he was before.
He's not playing good. His sharpness is gone. He hasn't been the same. He's letting goals that he should be saving. And that's my opinion. Just the way it is. I know Alisson's a baller, but at the end of the day, sometimes you got to call him out. He says also in the chat room. He says Allison has swapped spirits with an. Oh, bad man. You're a funny guy, Michael Colliover. You're a funny guy, man. Funny guy. He swapped spirits with Onana. Yeah, so what we're giving Alison Becker then? 4. I'm gonna give him 4. I'm gonna 4.
Yeah, 5.
5. Should we put him in the 2 and the 4?
Yes, put.
The what? Let's.
Yes, 2 and 4.
2 and the 4. Let's put that there then. So the next one is Arnold for me. For me, Trent had some lovely passes, but fortunate to get away with a bizarre punch on Anderson. Yeah, you remember that thing when him and Anderson was kind of doing his thing, innit?
Yeah.
Look, Trent. You know what you're gonna get with Trent. He's gonna spam balls, be creative. I don't think he had the best game. I didn't think he had the worst game. I thought Trent was okay. But what's the chat room saying? I think Trent was about a 6, maybe 6.
I'll say 7. I think he had a really good game. I thought them passes he was delivering was pinpoint.
Yeah.
Pinpoint. You know what Trent's like, but
yeah,
them passes today were pinpoint.
Yeah.
Defense, not so much action. I think he was part to play with the Chris Wood goal. He should have tracked it way earlier, but he was there, ball watching. He was napping at that back post. So he should have done better with the Chris Wood goal. But again, them passes, man, they were absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Pinpoint. He was starting attacks today. He's playing really well at the back. So I gotta give him credit to. I'll say Trent 7. If we had a good game.
What's the chat room saying? I said 6, but I'll take the 7. I'll take the 7. We got 6 likes, man. Big up, guys. People watching, man. Yeah, smack that like button, man. Yeah. What's the chat room saying? I'm gonna give him. What did you 7? I'm gonna give him. Yeah, I'll say 6, 7. God, I'll give him the 7. I'll take that. I thought he had an okay game. Didn't have the worst game, you know. He was okay. So. Yeah, some people say 6 out of 10. That's what I said. I gave him 6. I thought 7's a bit high, but you can call him 7 if you want. On me, I think it was average. Kanate, for me, struggled because I'm a big Kanate fan. He did struggle. Couldn't get any rhythm going to his distribution, and look, he got subbed after 65 minutes, and that shows you he's not up to par. He's going to take him a couple more games. This is what I was saying. When we play Atkins and Stanley, I thought Kanate should have played. Because Kanate needs games to get his rhythm. He's one of them players, isn't he? You got some players that can come straight back into the fold, yeah? Can come straight back into the fold, straight into the team, and be good. But with Kanate, he's one of those players who needs about 3 or 4 games to get his sharpness back, innit? And I think it was a mistake by Slot not to play him against Atkinson Stanley. I thought they should have brought Kanate back for Atkinson Stanley. You all right, bro? Don't you think they should have brought him back for Atkinson Stanley?
I think
your camera's well delayed, honey. I think it's my computer.
I think should have been brought back for Atkinson Stanley. Because
I
don't know why. What's the point of resting him when he just come off an injury?
Yeah.
When he needs as much game time as possible.
Yeah.
To gain sharpness to his game.
Yeah.
You cannot. He's not sharp. But next game, I think he should still start because the more game we start, the more game time we get. Or play him in bits if you want to. Start Jarrell Kwanzaa because Kwanzaa was good before Kanate came back. Jarrell Kwanzaa had amazing games.
Yeah, you're right.
So bring back Jarrell Kwanzaa maybe, and then play Kanate in bit 10-20 minutes here and there to lock off a game. 30 minutes. Give him a whole half if you want to.
Yeah.
Or like second half substitution. If Kwanzaa's not doing the job, or if Trent's not doing the job, you could put Kwanzaa right back and then put Kanate in centre back. You could easily do that. But again, I was still starting. But if you want an alternative option, you could also play him in bits just to try to get his match sharpness back. Because I want the old Canate back because that's when our defense was good. It was stable. It was good. We could see less goals. Yeah, I want that old Canate back.
And me, and the Canate, you know, before he got injured, that Canate was one of the best defenders in the world. He was second to Virgil, and he was very close to Virgil as well before he got injured. But since he's come back, obviously he needs to get his rhythm. So it made sense. It made sense playing him against Atkinson Stanley because there's no pressure. That's a game he could get up to scratch and then come into the Forest game ready. But he left him off. I just don't understand why he didn't play him against Atkinson Stanley. That's a sure game that you can get your rhythm back in it. You know what I mean? It's not a game where you're going to be running a lot. It's a game where it's like a training session, isn't it? That's what Atkinson Stanley was. That's why I just don't understand why he didn't play him unless he had some minor snag with his knee or something. I don't know. Because I know when he played against Forest yesterday, he didn't have his brace on, his knee brace on. So we'll see what happens in it. Yeah. So we're gonna move on. What we're giving Canate? I'm gonna give him a 5.
Yeah, I said the same.
All right, 5. Wait, that means wake up. That one's on there. Wake up. So the next one is Virgil van Dijk. For me, Virgil van Dijk is getting the top. He's getting the top of the food chain today. Virgil van Dijk. If it wasn't for Virgil van Dijk, we would have lost this game. My opinion. What are you saying, bro?
Yeah, anchor again.
Yeah.
Anchor again at the back. You know, dominant in the air, clearing the ball well. Long balls were good. Distribution of the ball. On the ball was good as well. And off the ball, obviously, which is so key for a defender. Is off the ball. He was tracking his man good.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, you know, 10 out of 10, man. You know, Van Dijk, if we didn't have Van Dijk, we'll be losing the league. Just tell you that now.
The only thing with Virgil van Dijk, he got caught out by that first goal. But I don't think it was all his fault.
I don't think
it was all his fault. I think Canate was a bit to blame as well, I reckon. Just a little bit. Everyone was. Trent was as well. I think there all was. That's what I'm saying. I'm not just saying it was Virgil, you get me? It was more. Virgil was partly to blame because it was on his side, kind of. But it was more the others, you get me? So I'm still going to give Virgil a 10. The top, because Virgil, if it wasn't for Virgil, we would have lost this game.
Yeah.
He was solid
because
at the back.
I know we're not talking about Trent at the moment, but
What you going to give him a 10 or you're going to give him a club legend? Just give him a 10.
give him 10.
No, a club legend's a bit too high. That's gone too far, innit?
10.5.
Nah, club legend is so you got 10 ace, and then you got club legend. I'm not going to give him a club legend just because of that goal.
Yeah. Don't give him that high because.
No, 10 is high enough. 10's high enough.
Yeah, I know, but I don't think he was.
All right.
Partly. I think he was probably partly to blame.
That's why I'm not giving him a club legend.
That's more to Trent's fault and Canate. Should have done more tracking.
Yeah, but Trent never tracks him. We know how Trent is.
Yeah.
He's just one of them. I want to be a midfielder, like. You're not a midfielder. You're a fullback with the good crosses. So, the next one is Andy Robinson, rattled by City's ground atmosphere. He was rattled. He was rattled by the fans. He fell over as well in the game. He just randomly fell over. It looked like the wind blew him over, to be fair. The wind just blew him over and he just fell on the floor. It was weird. He got substituted by Tsimikas. For me, Slot made a mistake. Slot should have started Tsimikas. Very simple. If not, the early signs were there for Robbo. When he saw Robbo struggling in the first half, what he should have done is pull him off and bring on Tsimikas. But he left him on. So I don't get that. Look, I love Slot. At the end of the day, he's a brilliant manager. But if he does something wrong, I'm going to call him out just like everyone else. I love Canate. He's my favourite Liverpool player, but I'm going to call him out. I'm going to call out Virgil when he does stuff wrong. I'm going to call him out. I'm not going to be one of these geezers who's just going to sit on the fence and don't say nothing about my favourite players. Because if I do that, I won't be doing my job properly. Both of us as a collective unit, me and Toto, wouldn't be doing our job properly. And at the end of the day, Slap made a mistake yesterday. He should have pulled off Robbo and put on Tsimikas a lot earlier, in my opinion. It was clearly at the beginning of the game, the early parts of the game, the signs were there that Robbo wasn't there. You get me? And it is what it is. And Robbo, for me, is getting a whatless. He was whatless yesterday. Absolutely whatless. Whatless. What are you saying, Toto?
Yeah, he was. You know, I'm a big fan of Robbo. I've always backed Robbo this season. But that, at this moment in time, you can tell that he's slowing up in defence.
Yeah.
Not tracking back like he tracked. But look, I'm not gonna say. Look, when I come into this game, I wanted Robbo to start.
Yeah.
I thought thinking, yeah, Robbo had plenty of rest. Robbo deserved to start, right? But you can see that he needs to be used in certain games. Tsimikas needs to be starting most of the games, and this is why we need to look for a new left back. In this transfer window, if we're gonna buy a new left back,
yeah,
because like I just don't. We're leaking gold on that left hand side. We're leaking gold. It used to be the right hand side. It still is the right hand side. But the left hand side we're leaking, and with Robbo, we're never ever gonna get the. I know we're gonna get the best Robbo out of him if we use him in maybe an occasional game, like an occasional crucial game where we need experienced players to get us out of it.
Yeah.
Like what's wrong with Robbo coming as a sub to lock off the game? Impact player. What's wrong with that? We don't want to get. Look, the way you preserve Robbo, we get the best out of him. You need to bench him.
Yeah.
You need to bench him, right? And then maybe in a couple games after, start him. But from now on, play him in bits, play him in little 10, 20 minutes, half an hour in like until the end of the game, just to get the game time sharpness, just to keep him fit. Because I want Robbo to stay at the club. I still think he's good enough, and I still think he can offer a role. Maybe not good enough to start, maybe.
No, he's not good enough to start anymore.
But he still can offer a role, and I think he's still good enough off the bench, and he can offer something.
Yeah, of course he can offer something. But what I'm saying about yesterday's game now, regarding yesterday's game, Slot should have took him off earlier. Shouldn't even started him. Should have started. The signs were there. You could see in the first 15 minutes. Yeah, the first 15 minutes of the game, you could see the signs were there that Robbo was done, but he kept him on. I think it's more of his reputation now why he's starting all the time. More of his reputation why he's starting, not his ability. Because Tsimikas should have just started.
Tsimikas plays well though every time. But
yeah, that's what I'm saying. He should have just started Tsimikas, yeah. And if you didn't want to start Tsimikas, obviously he started Robbo, and because he started Robbo, yeah, he should have saw the signs that Robbo was struggling and should have pulled him off earlier, but he never. It took too long to take Robbo off, in my opinion. Just took too long.
Yeah, but look, my rating on Robbo.
You're whatless.
Yeah. I wouldn't say what I would say.
Wasteman.
I would say Wasteman. Yeah.
I think he's whatless, but you can put him Wasteman. I think he's whatless. Go on. Next one. Let me get onto now. Let's get onto the. Let's get onto the midfielder. What are you saying about Ryan Gravenberch? Fucking amazing, man.
He was good. I thought, he was good on the ball. He was good. He was good conducting the play.
Yeah.
Crosses were decent. I would look for Gravenberch. I would say number 7. I thought he tackled the ball well. Always moving up and down the pitch and playing that centre back role as well. Absolutely amazing. So I'll say 7. He had a good game.
Yeah. Yeah. Gravenberch for me, he's getting an 8. He was absolutely outstanding yesterday. He was everywhere. He was trapping back when they told him to go in the centre back. He played even better in centre back than he did in midfield, and that's saying something. Linking up play with everybody. No one. He was slick on the ball. This guy is the real deal. This guy is the real deal. We don't need a DM. We've got one. If we're gonna bring in a backup, yeah, whatever. You can keep Endo there. You get me? Keep Endo at the club. He's the destroyer and the creative midfielder DM, right? He's Gravenberch. We don't need to buy a 6. We've got one. We've got the best DM in the Premier League right now, and that is Ryan Gravenberch. And I will say it. Gravenberch should get player of the season. If he continues this form, okay, we know it ain't going to happen because it's Liverpool, and we know how these politics will work, yeah? But if Ryan Gravenberch continues his form, Ryan Gravenberch should be player of the year because he hasn't dropped off. His form has stayed consistently from the beginning of the season. Soon as we kick ball in the first game, Ryan Gravenberch has been playing good week in and week out. You get me? I know he's not scoring goals. He scores now and again, but at the end of the day, that's Salah's job. Salah's dropped off. Ryan Gravenberch is getting better and better. Every game he's playing, he's getting better. So in my opinion, if he continues on his trajectory, I think when the season finishes, he should be looking at player of the season in the Premier League because he's absolutely outstanding, Ryan Gravenberch. And I'm giving him, you know what I'm giving him? I'm giving him a club legend because that's what he deserves. I can't believe you gave him that score. I thought you was going to give him 10 more club legend. Club legend. And if there's anyone in the chat room, there's 4 people in the chat room, please tell me any difference what you're giving Ryan Gravenberch.
No, I'll push to an 8, but I won't give him club legend.
Well, we'll have to negotiate. So he ain't going to get a club legend. So I got done there. I'm going to give him, he was better. I'm going to give him where Virgil is. What you saying? A 10. He deserves a club legend in my opinion. But
I'll give him, I will give him probably 8 to.
You see, he wasn't as good as Virgil. I thought he was.
No, I think
he done a job in defence.
Look, I'll just say because
I'm shocked that you didn't give him that.
Because of the scoreline, I just don't think he did the
He was excellent yesterday.
Something special to deserve a 10. That's in my book. But
when Canate went off, yeah. When Canate, you got your opinion, man. We're gonna go with it, innit? But I'm just saying, when Canate went off and he had to go into defence and fill in for Canate, yeah, he was cold. And he was still coming in the midfield as well, doing his midfield duties. That guy didn't stop running. He didn't stop running. And there's something what Jamie Phillips said the other day. I was watching one of his streams, Jamie Phillips. Big up to Jamie Phillips every single time, yeah? There's something he said to you the other day to me, and I was in the chat room. And he says, what's all this thing about players getting a rest? He says, Ryan Gravenberch is 22 years of age. Why does he need a rest? You know, he's 22 years of age. And he's got a kind of a point, innit? You think about it, he has got kind of a point, innit? He's 22, 23 years of age. They've got all the best massage. They've got all the best facilities. It's not like they're flipping going home and not getting no massage or nothing like that, innit? They're professional athletes. And he's 22, 23 years of age. You get me? You get where I'm coming from now, innit?
Yeah.
I remember under the Klopp system, no one was getting rest. They was going at it for 5-6 years. Flacco and all the Mans and Mane and Salah. But it is what it is, man. What you giving him?
I'll say.
Would you stretch to a 9, a jackhammer?
9.
You know, anyway, but my opinion, he should have a club legend. But I'm gonna go with the 9. He's a jackhammer, a jackhammer. You know, a jackhammer. I don't know who put that there. You know. Anyway, what you giving Dominic Szoboszlai? I think he turned into prime Robocop yesterday.
I would say 8. I thought he did well, tackled well, break line well. But I think, Szoboszlai, this is where we needed him though. This is where we needed him. Yeah. Everyone was down and out. He was the one showing motivation. He was the one showing desire, energy, and all that. Going forward. So Szoboszlai for me, I say 8 for Sobo. Thought he did really well.
Yeah, I think everyone's got to watch the North London derby now, but we've still got 4 people in now. Can you please smack that like button, guys? We've got 8 likes. Can you please smack that like button? I know the North London derby's on there, but you remember, guys, smack up that like button.
Yeah, man.
Szoboszlai played. What, you gave him 9?
No, I said 8.
Dominic Szoboszlai was a soldier yesterday. Nobody could stop him, man. He was a man on a mission, innit? Nobody could stop Dominic Szoboszlai. This is the Dominic Szoboszlai, and he was showing some balls. Pause. He was showing nuts. He was showing you ain't gonna bully me. I don't care who you are. You get me? And that's what I want to see out of my 10 man. Dominic Szoboszlai was a soldier yesterday. Influence game. Kept the and he's got the pace as well. Kept the pace, especially the second half. What was it with Liverpool in the second half? We just come out like a different team. Yeah. Why couldn't we show that enthusiasm, that drive in the first half?
I hate conceding first.
I know.
I absolutely hate it, man.
And you know when that first goal went in, right? I said to myself, yeah, it's gonna be a long night. It's gonna be a long night. But anyway, Dominic Szoboszlai, brilliant. What did you give him, a 6, 7? I'm gonna give him an 8, man.
That's an 8.
I know. I was just joking. I'm gonna give him an 8. Dominic Szoboszlai. Yeah, give him an 8. There you go. So the next one is McAllister. For me, he was busy in midfield, making tacticals and keeping Liverpool ticking. Couldn't find a little bit of quality needed to shift the midfield battle, but I thought he was okay. He was just ticking over, doing his thing. I think he was average for me.
I didn't think McAllister did well.
I'm gonna give him a 5.5. That means getting there. Getting there.
I thought he was slightly better than Kanate. Yeah, obviously.
Just above Kanate.
5.5, but not much difference.
No.
Not much difference. Just quiet, in my opinion. Yes, he got better, but that's when like last 20 minutes of the game we needed him before and didn't turn up. So yeah, McAllister didn't have the greatest of games today.
Yeah. Mohamed Salah, I'm gonna give him a waste, man. Mohamed Salah.
Waste, man. No, he's getting worse than waste, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him a whatless. Lost the ball before Wood's goal and was absolutely giving everything away. Couldn't shoot. Every time he shot, pointless shooting, wasteful. He had a good shot at goal, him and the keeper, and he blew it. What is it with Salah with these shots? When he gets close, he just he puts no power on it, no stink on the ball. It's like when he gets close, he goes, oh yeah, I'm just gonna hit it there. No accuracy at all, just hit it directly at the keeper when he was one-on-one with the keeper. Again, should have been 3-4-1 up. We should have won this game. If Liverpool would have took their chances, we would have been 4-1 up. And I know Salah's been brilliant all season for the first half of the season, but this is the drop-off, isn't it? The drop-off from January to March. It's a yearly thing. It happens every single season. The drop-off begins in January and it ends in March. And this is when we need Salah the most. This is why we need a number 9. This is why we need a striker. Salah's good on the right. Brilliant on the right. But again, the drop-off comes, and this is the way it is with Salah. The drop-off comes in January and March. The drop-off. And he was just wasteful with chances. He should have scored that one-on-one chance with the keeper. Should have scored. And his passes were absolutely crap as well. What's happened to his passes? Before Christmas, his passes was spot on. Cold. His passes were cold, but not now. His passes are crap. He's just getting the ball randomly. Oh yeah, just casually like that. I'll just hit it there. I'll just hit it there. I'll just hit it there. Nothing. No good. Not good enough, man. Not good enough. We need him now. And what is it? When Salah don't play, the team drops off as well. I don't like that as well. Have you noticed when Salah doesn't play good, nobody steps up. The only one is
a star player has the influence.
Yeah, but it shouldn't be like that though. We've got a lot of star players. The only one for me that's stepping up, that I can see that was stepping up for goals, is Gakpo. That's it. It's only Gakpo what's stepping up. But anyway, I'm giving Mohamed Salah a whatless.
Yeah, whatless. Not good enough. Chances going in the air, going into Rosette. It's not good. It's not good. It's not good enough, man.
Couldn't get in the stand. What did Virgil say? What did Virgil say? Couldn't even get in the stand. Couldn't get in the team. What did Gary Neville goes? Would Carragher get in the team? Wouldn't even get in the stands. All right, Virg. That ain't Virg. We see that, mate. Got a problem, mate. He would have get his stands. Go on then. I know it's funny, isn't it? I know you're on mute now, by the way, bro. You muted yourself. You're on mute, bro.
there's a minus 10,000, I would give him a minus 10,000.
Yeah.
It's not good. Absolutely not good. I don't know what it is.
We're good as dude. All right, Verge.
I don't.
You muted again, bro. You're muted. Muted.
You need to be. Is it better now?
Yeah.
When you're Mohamed Salah, right, you need to perform better than that. Way better than that. But you're a star player. Of course, we've got other star players, but let's face it, he's our main. He's out, in the forward line.
Yeah.
He's our star player, the forward line. He sets the mood. That's basically what it is. Because as soon as he plays bad, most of our team plays bad, like you mentioned.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a what that's done. So the next one is Cody Gakpo. For me, didn't play well up to the front and was shunted to the left wing when Jota came on. Almost won it in the 92nd minute with a long range drive, but still wasn't good enough for me. Good save by the keeper. And when Cody Gakpo, the 92nd minute, he tried to score. And it was just a frustrating evening for Cody Gakpo. So I'm going to give Gakpo, I'm going to give him a 5. I think he needed to wake up. The wake up one with Konate, okay. Now, you know what? I'm going to put him above Konate. I'm going to put him where McAllister is. I think McAllister 5.5. That's more better for him. But it was a frustrating night for Cody Gakpo, man. Just frustrating. So I'm going to give him a 5.5.
Yeah. I think most of our forward line did crap. Gakpo's been our best forward player. These past 5 games, they've been our best forward player. Him and Salah. But again, our 2 key forward players are not performing well. They're not performing to the best of their ability. It's not good enough, man. So I say 4 for Gakpo. It's not good,
I'll give him a 4. I'll give Gakpo a 5.5.
Yeah, you can get. Yeah, I don't mind 5.5, but I think that the only the fault with Gakpo, some of his crosses are so questionable. He puts a cross.
I'll put him down to 5 then. Wake up.
And he knows the nut and the fries guy's gonna win it. Big centre backs, they know they're gonna win it against Salah. Salah's not winning that.
No.
Right, and then he puts in a cross anyway. Salah's not winning a header.
No.
It's just. I'm not gonna say anymore. But yeah.
So, I'm gonna give. The next one is Luis Diaz. I'm going to give him a whatless, wasteful, bottler, just like last season. Never done anything. Don't want to see him in the striker. Forget it. Banana foot. Just can't score. When it gets to the situation where we need him to score, he always bottles it. So like I said, it's all right doing that at the beginning of the season and scoring in the first 5 games of the season and go lucha. But when's the last time you've done that? The last time you've done that was last year. It's been a while since he done that. Been scoring. Think about it. When's the last time Diaz scored? It's been a while. Typical Diaz. And if he's on the wing, he's better on the wing. Just running up and just trying to make something happen. He's no good as a 9. Don't trust him in the 9. Don't trust him. Not clinical enough. Not clinical. And he's just showing what he was like last year. I knew it was going to happen. Everyone said, oh yeah, Diaz is back because he had the first 3 or 4 games of the season. He was smashing in goals and everyone goes, yeah, that's the Diaz we wanted. And I said, hold up. I said, calm down. The season just started. Remember the season I had before? He was horrendous. People said you had an agenda. I said, no, it's not an agenda. This is what I mean now. And for me, he's a whatless.
Yeah.
Whatless.
Diaz back to default settings. Same old Diaz. Get the ball, hold, pass at the last minute. It's either offside or defender intercepts it. Yeah. We could have won this game 2-1.
Nah, it could have been more. Could have been 3-1.
Yeah, it could have been more.
We should have smacked these up.
We smacked them up in terms of possession.
Yeah. In the second half.
Yeah, we were controlling that game for, I'm not into stats. I'm not going to get into stats. But we was in control and possession for the rest of the game. Of course, that Chris Wood chance, they got us on the counter attack. Fair enough. But they didn't have a sniff after that.
No.
Did not have one sniff. Yeah, they had 1 or 2 counter attacks, but we locked it down. Virgil locked it down. Right? All game, we were conducting. We were at our own pace. We were getting the game at our own pace. Right? But it's just because our forwards weren't good enough. Jota came on, done the job, got the goal, right? But it's still not good enough. Still not good enough. We had chances. Jota was if it weren't for that, if it was a Nana in goals today, we would have won this game at 4-1.
Yeah.
Again, it was a good keeper and goals. Credit to the keeper. Not if I've got a good keeper in their hands. Yeah. But it's just, you know, Diaz, if he would have passed the Gakpo, we would have won that game 2-1 today.
You're right.
And again, we've got to blame the whole team, not blame Andy. I'm not going to be one of those fans who's dog a player, right, for a living. Not going to do that. Yeah. It was the whole team while we lost.
Yeah.
It was the whole team. Mistakes for that Chris Wood goal. We should have defended better. How did we let Chris Wood run free on his own?
I don't know, bro.
And we let that through ball just slot through that small little gap and just slot through that gap and he went to Chris Wood. How did we do that? I don't know.
No.
But yeah, Diaz for me, Watless.
Yeah. So the next one, these are the subs now. Timmy Cass, I thought when he came off the bench to take the corner that led to Jota's goal. So big up to Timmy Cass for that, bringing him on. Made an impact as soon as he come on. The crossing, Jota scored. He looked like a better option, like we've been told. But he looked like a better option than Robbo at the moment. So I think going forward now, I think a slot should start Timmy Cass. He came on. I'm going to give Timmy Cass a 7. I thought when he came on, he was excellent. He got this straight away from the corner. Came on, crossed the goal in. He scored. Thingy. I thought he was really good. I'm going to give him a 7. I thought Timmy Cass played really good, and I want to see him in all the games going forward.
Yeah, Timmy Cass for me, you know, fresh left back, you know, and you know he's been playing well. And you know he deserved to start, in my opinion.
Yeah, he had a good game. I thought when he came in off the bench, he got you know.
7.
Timmy Cass 7. Jota, I'm giving him a 9. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna give Jota a club legend. You know why? Because he saved us. Him and Timmy Cass saved us. He come on, deft touch Jota, bang. And that's what's making me think now, why didn't Jota start? I think Jota should have started the game, in my opinion. I thought when we was doing the play lineup, I got it. I said Diaz because he's better off breaking down the low block. But again, what's the point of breaking down the low block if you can't score in it? I thought when Jota came on off the bench, I thought Jota looked cold. You get me? I thought he looked cold. He come on, bang, in. And I think if we would have had Jota at the beginning, maybe it would have been better. At the beginning, I was saying that maybe Diaz was the option. But now you can see that now it should have been Jota in it. So what's your opinion on Jota starting? For me, he's getting club legend.
Jota, yeah, club legend for me. You know, clinical finish, found that left corner of the goal, and got us back into the game.
Yeah,
and saved us and rescued a point. So, yeah, club legend.
Curtis Jones came on for Diaz, done nothing. Nothing. Should have brought on Curtis Jones. Should have brought on Harvey Elliott. I'm gonna give Curtis Jones 4. What are you giving Curtis Jones?
I'm giving him 0. Cameron did nothing. Lost the ball.
The Watless.
Yeah, Watless.
I'm not gonna argue that.
He did nothing.
So what we're giving Arnie Slot?
I'll give him 7. I just think, you know, we're out tacted him.
I'm not giving him a 7. He's getting lower than that for me. He don't deserve a 7.
He only made a mistake with the subs, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I thought we outplayed him. I have to say 7.
No, I can't do the 7. I think I'm gonna give him a bit lower than that. I say, look, at the end of the day, he should have started Timmy Cass. That was his mistake. He should have started Timmy Cass. And when he saw that Robbo was struggling, he should have brought on Timmy Cass a lot earlier. But really should have started with Timmy Cass. And the mistake he made is bringing on Curtis Jones. I would have brought on Harvey Elliott, in my opinion. A lot of people are saying maybe Harvey Elliott, couldn't have dealt with the 2 centre backs of Forest. Because the 2 centre-backs, they don't usually move anywhere. They just stay there. They don't really come forward. Not like our centre-backs. Not like our centre-backs where Virgil comes forward. They tend to just stay there and then maybe he couldn't deal with them. But You know, Harvey Elliott maybe would have got roughed up a bit, but I think Harvey Elliott would have got involved. Harvey Elliott's come across people like that, and I think he can deal with it. I know he's short and everything, yeah, but he's still got the determination and the heart in it. He's got the heart in it.
Yeah.
And I would have started, and I think they're the two mistakes he made, in my opinion. And I thought he took too, like I said, he took too long bringing on Tsimikas. Why wait till the second half to bring on Tsimikas? And he clearly see that Robbo was struggling. So I can't give him a 7 for that, man. I'm not gonna give him a 7. I'm gonna give him a 6. I think he's gonna get a 6. Really should be lower than that.
I'll take that. Yeah.
I'll give him a 6, not a 7. So yeah, honest luck, he's getting a 6. And that's it. That's the end. We had people in here. I think the Spurs games are now, I think. So yeah, back on the big screen. Well, that's it, man. We're back. So, yeah, Toto, when are we back? We're playing on
Saturday. Playing Saturday.
So we're doing the player rating. You want to do it on tomorrow night?
Yeah, no problem.
We'll do it tomorrow night because it's a quick one. Friday, I don't really want to do not on Friday because I'm busy. So Thursday we'll do it after about 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. We'll do the player rating. So I know you got thingy tomorrow. That you got your training tomorrow.
Football tomorrow, yeah. So I'll do it after.
Yeah, just bell me on WhatsApp when you get back, and we'll do it. Yeah, we'll do the play. That's an easy one to play line up, and it's easy. I know that's your favourite one because that's just easy, very simple, standard. Anyway, so what you got coming up on your channel? Anything side?
Oh yeah, can't vlog this week, Friday. You know, sprint race championship, whatever. That's coming on Friday.
Yeah.
Footage, vlogging, and all that. So go check that out if you're interested. Yeah, that's it, man. TikTok, Toto Hammer at Toto Hammer 44. You know, all sorts of updates, news updates, breaking news updates. All into a 60-second video. So go check that out as well.
Yeah, man. So we'll be back on Thursday. Tomorrow. That's tomorrow. So we'll be back tomorrow. We'll be doing the player lineup for the next game. Who have we got? Is it Brentford we got next? Let's see who we got next, man. Let's see who we got next.
Brentford.
0-0 at the moment, Arsenal, Spurs. See, Man City messed up yesterday as well.
Yeah.
So we've got Brentford next away.
That's going to be hard.
Liverpool. Now we've got Brentford away. I don't care, man. We should beat them. I don't care about the record. We should be beating them. We're top of the table. Should be beating Brentford. I don't know excuses. All our next games now, yeah, we should be beating all of them. All our next games, we should be on it. So we've got Brentford. We've got Brentford away. Champions League is on next week. I think Rods is going to that one, Champions League. Then we've got Ipswich away. Then we've got another Champions League, PSV. And after that, we've got Bournemouth. There's a lot of games still, man. There's a lot of games.
You know what? They know exactly what they're doing. Brentford, Ipswich, Bournemouth. So we've got 3 games in a row that are 3 o'clock kickoffs.
What's wrong with 3 o'clock kickoffs?
Not televised.
So, find a way.
Yeah, look, you know, they know what they're doing. 3 games in a row, that's 3 o'clock kickoff.
I don't care. But Brentford. So all these, look how many games are. So on the 18th of January, this Saturday, we've got Brentford away. And then 4 days after that, 3 days after that, we've got a Champions League game, which I don't mind because we can play the kids because we're already qualified. So the Champions League game on the 21st, we'll have to do some heavy rotating for that one because we'll have Ipswich at home, which is see all the games every 4 days is a game, every 3 days. So the 18th, then 19th, 20, 21, 3 days later, Champions League, which we can rotate after the Brentford game because the Champions League we've qualified. And then the 22nd, 3rd, 4th, 4 days after that, we've got Ipswich at home, which we should be rested by then because we can save the players from the Champions League. We can rotate there. And then after that one, we have 3 days after that, we have another Champions League game, PSV.
Yeah.
And then after that one, 3 days later, we've got another league game with Bournemouth. Rotted, man. Rotted. Enough games coming up, man. 3 days rest, that's all we're getting. This is where we've got to rotate now, isn't it? This is the rotation now.
It's going to be starting, Kwanzaa starting.
You know the Champions League game, we don't have to play the full whack.
No,
because we've qualified.
Play Play the kids.
Yeah, especially in the next one coming up, the Lusk.
Yeah.
PSV, you want? Okay, I understand with PSV. If you're gonna do with the PSV one, and maybe he's gonna start a bit stronger. You get me? Because we're at home after that, innit? So it is what it is. So this is signing out now. Everybody, guys, remember to smack the like button. And yeah, see you later, guys. Thanks for joining us.
See you later.
Boom.
And we're off to next